This is the start of the pistol trail walk. And you can see we're shooting at a striker through the trees. Good shot.
Shot right through the center.
That's where you were aiming.
Right.
Just like he said, a
Just
miss.
above it, yeah.
You got it. Think. Nice.
There we go.
I set the bar by shooting this one-handed. Now we're all going to do it one-handed. Nice shot, William.
Thank you, sir. Good shot.
Nice shot. Thank you. Ain't nothing like a flintlock in the morning.
Nope.
Well, good morning, friends. It's starting out to be a beautiful sunny day here in New Mexico. Coffee's still a little warm, and I want to get right into this, and I'll try not to be too long-winded. As the title is stating, I need to make a correction. Well, sort of. It's a hummingbird right there. Yeah, I need to make a correction. In a video, I had stated that my friend Robert, that came down from Colorado, brought me some buckthorn alder, and I discovered it's not buckthorn alder. If you just give me a moment or two, I'll explain and how I came to this conclusion. Okay, I recently purchased 24 spice jars so that I can show, when I'm showing at rendezvous, how to make homemade gunpowder, black powder. They can physically see the value of the volume. So this would be 10 grams of sulfur. Same bottle, this would be 75 grams of potassium nitrate. That's what it looks like when you have it in a container such as this. Now, I know in the past, and I still am an advocate of understanding what specific gravity is in the wood as you chart, because when you know the specific gravity of a wood, such as maple, I don't know how well you can see that. You can see that 15 grams of maple is that much in a jar as it pertains to the volume. Hopefully you can see that. And or willow at 0.39 specific gravity completely fills this jar up. So when you're trying to compare and show the difference in specific gravity as it relates to the volume, you can physically see that there is a difference. Now, the reason why I like to look at this the way that I do is because you're asking your potassium nitrate at 75 grams to consume what is more charcoal in the willow as opposed to maple at a specific gravity of 0.63. Now, if you're expecting your potassium nitrate to consume more powder than what this volume is supposed to do, then you might end up, say, like with, I don't know, maybe little white specks left behind, maybe dirty gunpowder, something to that effect. Whereas, if you can see, these are my junipers mix, and I just did recently find out that alligator juniper has a specific gravity of 0.48. So you look at the value of the potassium nitrate alongside the value of my junipers, you can see that there is a measurable difference. Now, we all know that buckthorn alder, or at least we should know, has a specific gravity of 0.50. Now, I have some cherry here that is 0.50, and I'm in the process of making some gunpowder out of this. You can see that there's more than enough potassium nitrate to consume the volume of this cherry and or what would reasonably be buckthorn alder. Okay, so these, in my opinion, are going to become a very valuable visual aid in teaching making homemade black powder. Okay, so I've got the basswood at 0.42. You can see there's a little bit more in there than the cherry, and so forth and so forth. Now, where this becomes, get these put, where this becomes, or even redwood cedar at 0.48. I digress for a moment. You can see where that's at. Eastern red cedar, 0.48. Okay. Now, where this became an eye-opener for me, as I was doing all of this, and under the impression that the alder I received was buckthorn, well, I started filling up the jar. Okay, and if you can see, that's almost at the very top, isn't it? And I still have this much more to fit in that jar. It's probably not going to fit. So, expecting the buckthorn alder to only put that much charcoal in the glass jar, you can see what I have is not buckthorn alder. So what do I have? Okay, well, this is why I feel it's nice to have a working knowledge, why it's good to have a working knowledge of specific gravity as it pertains to you making homemade gunpowder. If it seems a little choppy in the video, it's because there's a lot of traffic going by this morning for some unknown reason. So when I realized that not all that alder charcoal was going to fit into this container, I decided to go back online and do some more research regarding alder and how many different varieties they are within that species. So, here we go. Okay, we've got what they call glossy buckthorn alder. You've got just your regular alder buckthorn. You have your European alder. You have speckled alder. You have red alder, white alder. Some people call some of these black alders. The point that I'm getting at is that within the alder family, you have a wide variety of specific gravities within that wood, such as buckthorn alder has a specific gravity of 0.49, 0.50, just depending on whose table of specific gravities you're looking at. European alder has a specific gravity of 0.44. Speckled alder has a specific gravity of 0.43. And this is where this becomes a learning lesson. Red alder and white alder has a specific gravity of 0.37. Let me repeat that. Red alder and white alder has a specific gravity of 0.37. In fact, it's lighter than willow at 0.39. And that's why I'm having a little why I'm going to finish having trouble making the rest of this alder fit into this jar. Now, with that being stated, and knowing how willow reacts with a thermal runaway, I'm expecting this gunpowder I made out of this either white or red alder to burn very quick. But is it going to burn dirty, and what's going to be left behind? Because ultimately I'm thinking and guessing that there's too much charcoal for your volume of potassium nitrate to consume. But time will tell. Okay. So anyhow, that's the correction that I want to make, is that what I have in this jar is not buckthorn alder. It is an alder, but it's either of the red or white, because the specific gravity is telling me that this is not buckthorn. And it's a good thing, in my opinion, for people to get familiar with the specific gravities of the woods that they're using as it relates to the volume. Here again, this is cherry at 0.50. So if I were to get some, alder buckthorn and char it down, I can expect that volume to be very similar to cherry. Okay. So, with all of this being said, I'm going to go warm up my coffee cup and get ready to enjoy a fun-filled day. Yeah, I've got a couple acres of yard to mow, so I don't think it's going to be really fun-filled, but I do have things on my plate that I need to get accomplished. Just real quick, I do have some of that gunpowder that I've made with the red or white alder, and I've got some pucks drying with this with the eastern red cedar, again with a specific gravity of 0.48. Again, you can see what that looks like in a clear jar. So I have these things going, and I also have 100 grams of gunpowder that I'm making with cherry as the charcoal. So I have those tests coming up, and I guess at this point I'm just going to say goodbye to everybody, because I'm just really rambling at this point, as if you haven't already noticed. So thanks for watching, and everybody have a great day, and we'll see you hopefully soon at the shooting range. Bye.